So this is my crispy spring salad because it's everything that's in season right now. So refreshing, so crunchy. It has radishes, cucumbers, it has fresh spring peas, feta, and it has spring onions, but it's a specific one that I use called Cipolla, which is onion from Tropea in Calabria. And I added some feta. Did I mention the fresh peas? Because I love having them raw versus cooked. It's like so delicious. Let's try it. So good. All right, let's make my crispy spring fresh salad. So I'm making this spring salad. In Florence, the weather finally got nice. It's been like nice and rainy and nice and rainy, but it seems like it's going to be really sunny and beautiful and springy. So I wanted to make this spring salad, which I love. It's like really crispy and fresh. So I have some arugula here, which I have to wash. Radishes. I have a cucumber. I have this spring onion. This is a Cipolla di Tropea. Cipolla's onion, and Tropea is a place in Calabria that grows these beautiful onions. They taste so good raw. I rarely cook them. If I do cook them, I don't cook them for that long. So there's that. And we have fresh peas in season. I love working with raw peas when they're in season. They're only fresh here for like about a month. So I love throwing them in raw with a salad. And then I have some feta. And I have my apple cider vinaigrette, which I can put in the notes what recipe I use. It's like this dressing, my go-to dressing. But I found this green garlic at the market. So it looks like a scallion, but this is fresh garlic. So as soon as I got them, I snatched them up. I've been using the white part for scrambled eggs and other dishes. These green leaves are really fibrous, so what I did was the same way I would use a scallion. I chopped it super fine and I threw it in this dressing. So let me start by washing this lettuce, and I hope you can hear me. I'm grilling some chicken that I'm gonna have with this salad, but let me show you how to put together the salad. So I washed the radishes. I'm gonna use 4 radishes, and I love to use my mandolin for this, but feel free to slice. And I'm just gonna rip that off. And I'm going super careful. The mandolin does have a guard, but it's like too large to use with the radishes, but I like getting nice thin slices like this. So just I'm very careful. You can let that go. I love radishes. Alright, so radishes are done. I'm just going to slide them over. And for the cucumber, it's already been washed. I'm going to cut it in half lengthwise, so they're half moons. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to mandolin. Yeah, I feel like this is nice. I'm using a microplane mandolin, and it's on the #1 setting. It's just my personal preference, but feel free to slice them as thin or as thick as you want. It looks like a lot, but it's not. Oops. Okay, so we've got that. I think I'm going to stop here because this end is small. So I did 4 radishes, half the cucumber. Now I'm going to work on the Cipolla di Tropea. I'm just going to use the white part. So this I'm going to cut right there, and I'm going to save it for like another dish. I am going to cut these in half lengthwise. So they're red on the outside. I washed them. I removed the outer layer. Inside it's white. They're really sweet. They're not super pungent, so I love them raw in a salad. So I'm just going to slice it thin. Oops. And then the other side, the other half. I'm massacring that cucumber. Alright, so that's done. So I have radishes, cucumbers. I'm starting to cry from the onions. Now I'm going to work on the peas. Alright, so radishes sliced, cucumbers sliced, cipolla, the fresh onions are sliced. So now I'm going to work on the peas. So these are fresh spring peas. So you just shuck them open. Oh my god. And then they're like this. Oh god, I don't know. And I just take them out. You can cook them. I happen to love them in a salad like raw because it's like a spring salad. So I like it to be like super crispy. And when I was still living in New York, there was a restaurant in New York from Jean George called ABC Cocina, and he used to serve a guacamole on the menu and put like these fresh peas in there. And it was like it wasn't a traditional addition at all, but it gave the guacamole like a really nice crunch. So I'm just gonna go ahead and shuck these peas. I'm just gonna get like a handful. Actually, I'm gonna shuck all of them, but I'm just gonna use a handful for the salad because like basically once they're shucked, you just leave them in a Ziploc in your fridge and they're just ready to go for like any recipe. So I'm just gonna get these all out of the pods. They're so delicious. Frozen peas are also good. You can't use them in a salad, but I do love frozen peas as well. It's like one of the things I always keep in my freezer for like certain dishes or like adding them to soups and stuff. But when we have these in season, we want to snap these up. Oops. They're like going everywhere. I'm gonna just try one. Oh my god, it's so good. They're so sweet. Someone asked me the other day what's my favorite season for like veggies. It's hard to choose one. Like I definitely love, what I said was I definitely love the beginning of every season because since food is seasonal where I live in Florence, I don't have access to everything all year round. I pretty much have access to just what's in season. So I definitely love the beginning of a season because it means I haven't had whatever has popped into season for a year. Like these peas, I haven't had them since like last spring. So I get excited when the season first starts, and I usually get fixated on certain ingredients. But I don't know, maybe it'd have to be spring and summer if I had to pick a favorite. Oh, these are so good. Alright, I'm gonna keep shucking these. Alright, so here are the peas. Can you believe like this mountain of pea pods just gave me like this tiny bowl? But that's how it is. It's a lot of work. Not a lot of work. It requires some work, but I do think it's worth it. I'm just gonna have another bite. Alright, let me assemble a salad. Alright, so I have all my ingredients prepped. I washed the arugula. Oops. It was just like a bunch, a handful. And I'm just cooking for myself. But this is very scalable. You can just increase the ingredients based on how many you are. I happen to love a lot of vegetables. And since these are in season, I feel like in-season vegetables taste the best. So I added half a cucumber sliced lengthwise, 4 radishes. It was 1 entire spring onion, or Cipolla di Tropea. It's like a local onion here in Italy. And I'm adding all the peas. I was saying I was going to save some for breakfast, but it's not that much, so no. Now I'm going to add my apple cider vinaigrette, which I will put in the comments. I don't like my salad soggy, so I'm just going to add just enough, which is different for all of us. You decide what just enough is for you. I'm going to add this. And again, this dressing, like my apple cider vinaigrette, which has like apple cider vinaigrette, extra virgin olive oil, Dijon mustard. I didn't put shallot this time, but I did add this. So I added the top part of a fresh onion. If you have them in season right now, local to you, pick them up because again, the season is so short. So this part is very fibrous and I don't like being wasteful. So I used the bottom for my eggs. I kept the top and I sliced it thin and I threw it into my dressing jar. And it's like delicious. Alright, so I'm gonna mix this up. Oh my god, that looks so good. Oops. Now I'm gonna add feta. So, oops. I'm just gonna crumble it with my hands. I love feta. In the summer, I live on feta and probably mozzarella because it gets very hot in Florence and we don't have AC. So I love having like, I like cheese all the time. But I like feta a lot. It's like, it has like a good amount of protein, which I love. I'm just gonna wash my hands. Alright, let me mix this up. But it looks delicious. I'm gonna add extra white pepper. I love white pepper. I feel like black pepper is overused. I feel like it doesn't belong everywhere. White pepper is more gentle. And I like that, especially for something like this spring salad. So let me get my plates. I got my salad plate. Let me add this here. I'm gonna eat all of this for my dinner. Oh my god, it looks so good. I love crispy salads. I don't know about you guys. That looks delicious. So this is my spring crispy salad. It has arugula, radishes, cucumbers, fresh spring peas, feta, and this really fresh tasting apple cider vinaigrette with like green garlic. I forgot the name for a second because there's green garlic, there's ramps, there's scapes. Let me give it a try. I love crispy salads. Oh, it's delicious.